It is okay to not be okay. Somewhere along the way, many of us learned that struggling in silence is strength. That pushing through, pretending like everything is fine, that's what makes you tough. And for years, bro, that's exactly what we did. No matter how much was weighing on us, no matter how much was falling apart behind the scenes, we got so good at saying, I'm okay, that after a while, we didn't even hear ourselves say it anymore. It was just automatic, bro. But here is the real problem. When you tell yourself, I'm fine, long enough, you start believing that you're supposed to be fine. That no matter what's happening, no matter how overwhelming it is, you should just handle it and move on. You start feeling guilty for even acknowledging that something is wrong. Like you're failing in life just because you're feeling something. And suddenly, instead of addressing the problem, instead of actually figuring out what you need, you just do what you've always done. You say, I'm good, and act like everything is normal. You just keep pushing forward, even when every part of you knows that you are struggling on the inside. And that right there, that is how we end up carrying so much more than we should. It's how we get numb, how we get detached, how we wake up one day and realize that we have no idea how to process anything anymore. And not because we don't want to. Definitely not because we don't need to. But because we never given ourselves the space to learn how to, bro. And I've been dealing with this for as long as I remember. Both of my parents are Caribbean. And let's be real, man. The toughness, the grit, it's built into the culture, bro. You don't complain. You don't dwell on emotions. You handle business and keep moving. And this isn't a reflection of my parents or my family being dictators or anything of that nature. I felt the love. But it was a situation where these things weren't talked about enough or talked about often. At least not around me. So after years of that, I'm okay just became automatic. I would say it without even thinking. And as soon as the words left my mouth, I'd ask myself, wait, why did I say that so fast? I didn't even allow myself the time to process what I had going on, you know? It just became so normal, I never even thought twice about it. Does that not sound like a problem to you? So, how do you fix it? How do you break a habit that has been drilled into you since the beginning? Here's how. Start paying attention to what you're actually feeling. Every time you're about to catch yourself saying, I'm good, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, is that even true? Are you actually fine? Or is it just what you've trained yourself to say? If you start catching yourself saying it without even thinking, that's your sign. It is time to start processing what's actually happening around you. Let yourself sit with it, you know? Feeling something isn't a weakness. Acknowledging something isn't a weakness. You don't need to fix everything instantly, bro. But you do need to stop ignoring it like it doesn't matter. If something is sitting heavy on you, give it space. Stop drowning in it, bro. Stop letting it consume you. Just try to actually understand it so it stops eating up inside you. Talk to someone. I know. This is the part where most people tune out. But listen, there is no reward for suffering alone. There's no strength in refusing help just because you don't want to be vulnerable. You might think nobody cares. You might think nobody wants to hear it. But you would be surprised who would be willing to listen if you just gave them the chance. So, change the way you respond. Next time you feel yourself about to say, "I'm okay," out of habit, catch it. Instead of shutting it down, just try something new, you know? Try saying, "I'm figuring it out. I'm getting through it. I've got some stuff going on, but I'm working on it." It's not about dumping everything on people, bro. It's about being honest with yourself. Because the second you start acknowledging how you actually feel, you take away the power of denial. And once denial is gone, healing actually becomes possible. At the end of the day, being strong doesn't mean pretending you're fine. It means knowing when to process, when to ask for help, when to admit you need time to figure things out. Because this world will have you believing that you've got to carry it alone, bro. But let me tell you something. Real strength is knowing when to put some of that weight down. Stop lying to yourself. Stop living on autopilot. And remember, it is okay to not be okay. Till next time.